right, we are recording. So I really just want this to be super casual, just kind of open it up to your questions or successes or celebrations or just chatting. I like to chat too. So if you guys have any questions, did you raise your hand? That is so cool. How do you raise your hand? Did you see that? Like a little hand popped up in her picture, or was it just me? Oh, my volume wasn't up. That might help, like to have some volume. So how are you guys doing? It's a little overwhelming, right? Just a little bit, yeah. So I almost quit in my first 2 weeks. I was like, oh my gosh, like there's too much to read. I'm not going to do this, but I promise it gets much easier. And it really is consistency, like in all aspects of the business. Like if you continue to talk to people, if you continue to post on social media and you continue to build relationships, it does all tie together. Hold on, there's a chat. A small part of me has thought, what did I just get myself into? Oh no, you got yourself into something great. Yeah, no, I remember that feeling. I remember feeling like this isn't gonna work. And so I stopped thinking about it so much, and I just had fun with my social media. I just started sharing my workouts and what I was doing, and it just started to tie together. I did run a lot of Shakeology challenges as a new coach. I don't know if that's something that would interest you guys. What we did for those is I would take everyone's, they would tell me they were interested. It was a 5-day challenge. And then I would take their payment. They would pay me through PayPal, $5 a packet. And then I would order the Shakeology through my husband's account. And so that would boost the volume over on that leg because I was ordering through his account. And the box was already paid for. And I would just send it out to these people. And in the Shakeology challenge, they could just try the Shakeology, and they could kind of date me as a coach, if that makes sense. We would kind of run a little mini challenge group, and 9 times out of 10 they would love Shakeology. They got to sample it. I give them little circuits every day or something, and they were feeling great and loving it. And so I would upgrade them to challenge packs, and that's how I really kind of got things moving at first, because I know a lot of people just want to try Shakeology before they commit. And now they have those really awesome sample packs, so you might not even need to do a whole entire order through your husband's account. You could just run a sample pack challenge or something like that. So that's another idea. Thinking too much, that's my problem. Yeah, you can't think. You just have to do it. That really is like a huge part of this is you just can't overthink things. You can't. You just kind of have to not shut people out, but just put your blinders on, be in your own little world. Stay consistent in social media, stay consistent in reaching out to 3 to 5 new people every single day. And that's a big leap outside of your comfort zone, but that's a big part of this is talking to new people. How much time do you give people to buy Shakeology for the Shakeology challenge? I would start advertising it at the beginning of the month. And then I think it was opposite, actually. I'd advertise at the end of the month so I could run a Shakeology challenge about midway through the next month. But if you're doing a sample pack, if you're having them order a sample pack, you won't have to wait that long. I was making sure that I had enough time to get everyone's payment, buy the Shakeology, wait for the Shakeology to get to me, and then I had to sort the Shakeology and send it out to everyone. So that took 2 weeks. But now they have that sample pack, and it really helps, to speed things up, and you don't have to take care of any of that shipping and all that stuff. I overthink what people think about me randomly reaching out. That's one of my biggest issues. Yeah. It's awkward at first. It's super awkward at first. But a couple of things I did when I started inviting was, I did feel super awkward. I'm going to mute Megan. So I would use the referral approach, and I would just start like a casual conversation with somebody, ask them about something I saw on their profile page, or maybe they commented on a photo, or they liked your page and you thank them for liking your page. Just casual conversation about them, if they have any goals, blah, blah, blah. And if I didn't feel like the conversation was moving into the challenge group invite, like, hey, by the way, I'm running this challenge group and it's X, Y, and Z. Are you interested? Like, some people, it just isn't going to move that way. Like, they have no idea who you are or what you're about. So I would use the referral approach, and I would say, hey, it's been really great chatting with you. I've loved learning about your goals and your kids and blah, blah, blah. I have to run, but before I go, I just wanted to run something by you. I am starting a challenge group on such and such date. It consists of X, Y, and Z. I was wondering, would you happen to know anybody that needs something like that in their life right now? Great support and accountability to get them to their end result that they desire. And, just the referral approach, a lot of the time I would have people come out and say, yeah, me, and that was my comfortable way of inviting, was using that. And sometimes they would actually think of like their mom or their sister or whoever that would be on board with a challenge group, where they would do it together. So sometimes I got 2 out of the 1 invite, which was awesome. Oh, you love my white mani. Thank you. It looks better when I'm tan. I don't know what happened to my tan. I thought I was tan in Florida, and then I got home and it went away. Well, I don't know. But what's funny though? Sometimes it turns yellow a little bit. I don't know why. Just can't look too closely. So yeah, referral approach for sure. And inviting really is one of those things where you have to find your confidence. You have to say, I am the coach. This person liked my page for a reason. I'm going to reach out to them, and we're going to talk about it, their goals and getting them into a challenge group. Or talk about why they liked your page, and maybe they are a fitness fanatic. Maybe they already love Beachbody products. Ask them, have they ever considered doing what you do? And talk to them about the coaching opportunity. Now, I know you guys are really new to this, and the coaching opportunity is something that took me quite some time to get comfortable talking about. That's why I run a lot of sneak peeks that are open to the team every single month, and you can continue to add people to that every month. Or I'm always available to do, well, not always available, but most of the time available to do a 3-way call with you and a customer or a prospective coach. I'm more than happy to do that to help you guys. Thinking of what to say is just something that gets better and better as you hear it over time. Like that repetition. It's like when I learned, I knew nothing about Shakeology. All I knew was Insanity and P90X when I signed up. But I plugged myself into the National Wake Up Calls, and, there was a bunch of stuff on YouTube, and I would just listen to it, as I was sitting at my computer, and I would have like a sticky note open, and I would write down like what someone said about Shakeology, and I would save it, and I'd put it in my Megan words. Like Carl Deichler, our CEO, he is so passionate about everything. And I'm just like, God, if I could just talk like Carl. And so I started to like write down things he would say, but just add my flair to it, you know, like, I don't know, I say like a lot. So I put a bunch of likes in there. But it was, you know, just my way of learning how to talk about this stuff was just really plugging myself in, you know, paying attention to the team page. I followed a couple of top coaches. It's just something that will get better as time goes on, but you do have to train your mind and yourself to do it. So it's just like fitness. Like you just get better as you keep doing it. Any more questions, you guys? It's hot in here. I unzip this and I realize I'm still in my sports bra, so I don't want to strip all the way down. Oh my gosh, I'm a mess. Aren't you glad you joined Team Mess? So we can add prospective coaches to sneak peeks. Yeah, absolutely. Like anything and everything I've ever done, that's yours. Like use it, copy it, add people to it, you know, get involved in it. Yeah, the oh my gosh, that's a great point. The Go Live group we did in Florida, use it forever, as long as you want. And you'll see in there now, people are starting to tag like their prospects in the posts and stuff. Yeah, absolutely. You never have to ask to use anything of ours and mine. Even my like page posts. If you see something you like and you're like, man, I wish I thought about that, take it and make it your own. Like, you know, you might want to use your picture because then people would be kind of confused. But go over again how we get to our PV points. Jenna, do you mean like how many you need to stay active or where to find all that stuff? You can unmute if you want.
Just how to stay active.
How to stay active?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so to be an active coach, now active just means like, you know, you're working your business, you're being a product of the product. So obviously you're ordering something every 6 weeks. Or it also comes from your customers. So, you know, let's say Shakeology just didn't work out for you. I get that. Some people just can't do Shakeology, but they want to work the business. So they have customers. They're hitting Success Club. All of that volume, that PV does contribute, that volume does contribute to your PV as well. So that's something really great about Beachbody is you're not required to buy something. It's a good idea to be on Shakeology because that Shakeology is 90 PV. And when you have 90 PV, personal volume points on Home Direct, you qualify for the Success Club incentives. So if you hit Success Club, it doesn't really count if you're trying to get like the free trip or the prizes they send you every month or the parties they throw for the Success Club people, all that stuff. So, you know, that's the only thing that's like, oh, you know, you got to have 90 PV on Home Direct to qualify for that stuff. But so Shakeology is 90 PV. If you're on Shakeology, you have nothing to worry about. Even if customers return something, it does take away from your PV. But if you're on 90 PV Home Direct, they have something called Active Status Guarantee. And it actually trumps the returns, and it'll keep you at a positive PV so you don't lose your rank. So yeah, it can come from your personal purchases or your customers' purchases from you, which is good. you need 50 PV to be active or at Emerald status. And then after Emerald, when it goes to Ruby, it moves up to 75 PV. When it goes to Diamond, you move up to 90 PV. And then, actually, I think Diamond's 100 PV. Yeah, Diamond and above is 100 PV. But if you're getting Success Club and you're getting customers every month, like I've never checked my PV. I've never fallen out of rank from my PV because I've always focused on hitting Success Club. Does that make sense? Cool. The only thing that gets tricky is, and you guys will find this when you go Emerald and you start advancing and building a team, not everybody wants to work the business. And so when you go Emerald with your first 2 coaches and they have their 90 PV or their 50 PV to keep them active, you have to have 2 active coaches to keep you Emerald. Some of them just sign up for the discount and they decide, oh, I'll just cancel my Shakeology this month. And then if you don't keep recruiting, that one coach could knock you out of your rank. And it gets very frustrating. Like a lot of coaches get very defeated. And I'm just being straightforward with you guys and honest. Like I struggle with it now. Like I fall out of my rank all the time because it's just a constant up and down. But what's funny is it trends over time to compound. It just keeps growing, but at the down parts, it doesn't seem like it. But I promise you're getting somewhere. If you stay on top of hitting Success Club and recruiting, at a new coach level, 1 to 2 coaches every month, maybe 2 to 3 coaches every month, you're going to do well. So just focus on the small goals and don't overthink it and aim, don't look at Diamond yet. It just helps you stay focused. So I think that's what helped me in the beginning too. I love my upline, but I wasn't educated on anything. Like she pointed me into the direction of the back office, which at that time had hours and hours of training. And of course, I went to art school. I was like, I'm not reading anything. Like, no way. So, I didn't know anything because I never did any of this stuff. I just focused on, I knew what Success Club was after my first month as a coach. And I knew I wanted people to join my team. And that started to happen naturally as I was hitting Success Club and getting people into my challenge groups, because I would look at my challenge groups and the people, really loving the products. Those were the first ones I would talk to about joining my team. And I would bring up the discount, but I've learned over time, bring up the discount, but also let them know that this is an opportunity and they can get their Shakeology paid for, the same way I talk to you guys, hitting Success Club and, helping people in challenge groups. So, that's important because you don't want people to only sign on for the discount. You want them to know that the opportunity is there, or else everything just you have to keep rebuilding. So I get we're all part of Fit and Fierce, but do we make our own team name once we have coaches? I've seen others do that. Yeah. So that's kind of, it's something that you decide when the time is right, and you'll know it when the time's right. I have coaches that kind of break away and do that at the diamond level, and I have some that have waited until they're like 1-star, 2-star, to break away and start their own teams and do their own team names. But don't ever feel like you have to completely break away. The only reason why that happens is because, a coach will get to that level where they feel like their team is growing really big. They're ready to take it to the next level in their leadership. And absolutely, I think starting your own team, running your own challenge group, like really taking the initiative and doing those things establishes a big part of, your leadership in this business. So it boosts your confidence a lot. It's scary, but once you get out there, it's like, wow, I can do this. So, no hard feelings. When you get to that point, you're still more than welcome to use all our resources, add your coaches to our team if you want. You're always a part of Fit and Fierce, but eventually as your team grows, you're going to want to keep everyone, in your little group. So, or big group. Fit and Fierce forever. Yeah. So my uplines team is the Sweet Elite. And then I actually work really close with my upline from Team Courage. We're hosting a training together at Summit. It's cool to have, I've had them as mentors, and they're some of my best friends now. So I'm always here for you guys when you get to that point. It is a little confusing at first, but it'll make sense. You're welcome. All right. What else we got? Do you guys have kids? All of you have kids? Nope. I can't see two of you. You're hiding. Four-year-old and a four. There she is. Boys. Oh my gosh, boys I'm learning they're different than girls. I mean, obviously, but yeah. But they're so funny. Like, just so, I can't explain it. Funny. Like, goofy funny. Aww. You want a girl so you can buy bows and ruffles. We have plenty of those. Yeah, it's good. Girls are fun too. They're all fun. They're all crazy. All right. Anything else? I know it's getting kind of late. Are you going to bed, Ashley? Where did Ashley go? Oh, she's hiding. Okay, well, good night. Thank you so much for coming. I'm trying to think of what else I could talk about. It's been a long day. You guys had a long day? Every day is a long day. Let's see, we did a little bit of inviting, social media. You have any social media questions? No. Okay, well, we can go ahead and hop off. If you guys have anything you can think of, feel free to use that thread we have going, the new coach thread. I'll try to pop in and out of there and answer anything you may have. But in the meantime, have some fun with this. It doesn't have to be scary if you don't overthink it. So you'll do great. I promise. Just hang in there. You got to stick around for a while. If no one has any questions, then I can go ahead and hop off, and everyone have a good night.